Stop. Just stop. Listen. Listen. That is the noise I've heard my whole entire life. Just make it stop. Please, make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. I don't know who I am. I'm lost. The only thing that I've had my whole life is this watch. And I hear it calling to me. It's just there. It's calling. And I can't stop it. It wants me to open it. I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but I have been a very big Doctor Who fan since I was born. It was the first ever show I saw, and I'm still watching it, and I love it to this day. And as you can see in the background, I have put some of my items up there just to show you, and wore my top. And I got glasses, but I specifically got these kinds because they're like David Tennant's glasses, and I have my trusty fob watch, which I should really change the time on because it's summer now and not winter. And wait, the time was wrong anyway, it said 5:30. So today we are going to be talking about the Master, or Missy. Which one is it? I don't believe Missy is the Master, and I'm going to tell you how. So as we saw in the episode Dark Water, well, not Dark Water, it was more the Bells of St. John's, what's it called? Yes, the Bells of St. John's. Missy came through, and she was the one that linked Jenna Coleman, who plays Cara Oswald, and Peter Capaldi, who plays the Doctor, and Matt Smith, who played the Doctor. She's the one that got them together through one phone call. But we never heard what happened to the Master after David Tennant and John Sim were battling the Time Lords at the end of time. No one knew what happened. All he did was push them back really awesomely, might I add. And we have no idea what happened to him. He kind of just disappeared back into the Time War where Gallifrey was locked. So no one knew what happened to John Sim. I, however, don't believe Missy is the Master. One is stupid, and she's been an awful Master. I mean, I'm not saying that she's awful because she's a woman. It's weird that she's a woman. I don't believe that they should regenerate gender, which I find strange. And I'm not being sexist or anything like that, because a lot of my girlfriends, yes, girlfriends, pimp it. A lot of my girlfriends thinks the same thing, that the companion is a woman and the Doctor is a doctor. If the Doctor is a man, sorry. If the Doctor was a woman to begin with, then I'd find it equally as weird if it was a man. But that's how it is, and I don't believe that, and it could confuse a lot of children as well, which is weird, so it would have been a bad idea. Missy seems to have a lot of involvement in the show now. She's portrayed by Michelle Gomez, is it? Michelle Gomez? I think that's her name. Should have really looked it up before I did this video. This whole series, Missy has had a massive part with Peter Capaldi and stuff, but like I said, you never really worked out what happened in between the gap of the end of time to the Bells of St. John's, and that's quite a big gap. That's a very big gap. John Sim's back in this series, and as we're yet to find out, no one knows exactly what his roles as the Master's going to entail. A lot of people think it's going to be like the Day of the Doctor, where the two Doctors got together and it'll be the two Masters, but that's not what I think. It never really explained how Missy got there. It's just all of a sudden she appeared. I mean, I know the Master appears in a lot of stuff, but at least they've explained how he's got there. She's just appeared. Like, how did she get out of the Time War? How did she do whatever, because she like pushed Rassilon back and all of the Time Lords from invading Earth and taking it over for bring their own planet back, which would have been hell. So it's kind of shocking that all of a sudden this Missy character has appeared, and I know Stephen Moffat is very fond of wanting to change the genders of Time Lords because they can regenerate into a lot of stuff, but I just think that's wrong. And I guess bringing back saying the Master as a girl was the best way he could do it. I believe that now Series 10 has come back and you've seen a little clip of John Sim as the Master, I believe that Missy is one person who's trying to work to bring back the Master, and that's how he's coming back. I believe she's put on this whole false appearance, and she's been with the Master this whole time. They had a connection. They're either husband and wife, or he's just using her, but she is as devious as him, which is brilliant. And I think she's a brilliant character. I think Missy is a great character, but I don't think she should be the Master. John Sim is the role. See, everybody's going to have their theories on how John Sim is back, what's going to happen. A lot of people believe that it's going to be like the day of the Doctor, where the two of them are there and, you know, they're making everything hell for people, but I just don't see how they can fob off that storyline again. And as Stephen Moffat likes, he loves to make a big plot twist in the future, which we've seen in previous series he's done. I don't believe that he's a good writer for Doctor Who. I think a lot of people believe that. I feel like he ruined Peter Capaldi's Doctor, because I believe that he was going to be darker, but it turns out, I mean, don't get me wrong, he does do great twists, he does brilliant twists, but I don't believe that he's the fitting part for Doctor Who, which is why I'm so excited that it's all going to change when Peter Capaldi leaves. It's a shame for Peter Capaldi, but, you know, bye Moffat. But he loves to do these twists, and that's the only thing that I like about his writing, and I believe that would be the mind frame that he would choose if anything, because Missy has just been jumping about the series, just appearing and going and trying to cause havoc, but not so much havoc. And I believe that she's just trying to figure out, she's just keeping her time, buying her time, while she's trying to bring back the Master or anything like that. So they're my thoughts on it. But as the new series goes, what did you think of it? The first episode was called The Pilot, and I thought it was brilliant. Everyone's complaining about Bill Mackey. Yeah, Bill Mackey. Yeah, Bill. I should have really researched stuff before I started making a video, but everyone's complaining about Bill because she's an openly gay person, and that shouldn't be an issue. I think she gives me the personality of Rose from when the series was revived. For some reason, I have that feel of Doctor Who from back then, and it just brought me back so much joy, because I loved the series back then. Yeah, I think it's been going downhill at the moment, but I still watch it because it's my favourite show. But like John Barrowman as Captain Jack Harkness, you never really knew where he was with straight or gay or whatever, and I feel like everyone got pissed off with that when that was happening. So I don't see why it really should be an issue. People grow up, man. There's gay people in the world. Leave it as it is. Don't ruin Doctor Who because you're sick of someone adding in gay people. Who cares? Who really cares? It's just a way of life. So as the first episode goes, it gets a thumbs up from me. It brought back the old feeling of Doctor Who. It didn't have that, you know, it had that witty banter between the Doctor and the new companion, and she's smart, but she's not really like on top of it, and she's very confused, whereas Clara and everyone, it was more like, yes, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. But this is it's a very good way of doing it, and it's a shame because when Peter Capaldi leaves, Bill's gonna leave as well. That's a real shame, because I really like her companion in the show, because I think she's going to be brilliant. She's going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's a shame that she's going to have to go because they want to like reboot it type of thing, and they're kicking everyone out. See, this is the very first video that I'm doing on Doctor Who, so I don't really know where I'm going with it. Next time, when the next episode comes out, which is, what day is it today? Today is Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my god, is it Friday? I don't have my phone. But if it's Friday, then thank God, because Doctor Who's out on Saturday. I'm really excited for it. I'm so happy the series has come back after a year gap, and it's come back strong, and it's going to be a shame to see Peter Capaldi leave. It really is. So every week I'm going to start doing what my thoughts and, you know, talk about the series and the episodes that are coming out. So when they come out every Saturday on BBC One, I am going to do a video and talk about it afterwards, because this is my cup of tea. But next time, I will script it and I will plan it better, because this video feels like it's just been all over the place. But I hope you like my regeneration. If that actually happened, I don't know if you did. Please say you did it, Ben, because that was really nerve-wracking going... Avians, unite! Oh, you can see my bum.